barriers. And today is what is it, 29th of December. And the 29th of December is an important day. Every single day is an important day, but it's 2 days before New Year's Eve and then the new year on Sunday. 2023. Now, I can't even count the number of invitations I've received to start the new year out right and to get moving on good stuff and to create. Well, you know the drill. I'm sure you've seen 10,000 invitations too, if you're online. If you're not online, maybe not. And or sales, everybody's got everything on sale. New Year's sales running out your ear. Seems like Black Friday started sometime near Halloween and then ran through U.S. Thanksgiving, although Thanksgiving in Canada is in the beginning of October, second Monday. And then Black Friday ran all the way through Christmas, and then Christmas sales started in there somewhere, kind of right around Thanksgiving, and then Boxing Day sales if you're in Canada and some other countries. And now there's New Year's Day sales, and they're all going on, and they'll go on, I don't know, probably till about the 8th. So, somewhere between Halloween and the 8th of January, you start getting bombarded with the idea that you should save money, get new stuff, start new stuff, create new goals, reset yourself, finish strong, start well, and all the rest. And all of it's really calculated to have you buy something. And many of the folks doing that are, especially in the self help world, are sincere and honest about their efforts and desire to help. So, I met two interesting people today. One was a film producer, and he's just finished his first feature film, professor of film, and also runs a theater. And I met him on Lunch Club. And that was a spectacular opportunity to meet somebody doing creative stuff. And I met another fellow who's an author, or getting ready to be an author, creating a book, but he'd been a project manager. Sorry, I need to reach up here and turn a light on. A project manager for Sprint and some other stuff, and now has his own company. Each one of them are about creating good in the world in their own way. Today, I just wanted to visit about barriers because as all these people end the year strong or help you end the year strong or start the year powerfully, the same stories come up. Now, I got a podcast called Your Ultimate Life. You know that. If you follow anything that I do, and if you don't, you should. Your ultimate life is at your fingertips. And I've got nothing, I'm not selling you something here, but there's a podcast called Your Ultimate Life. And it's not just me talking, it's dozens and dozens of interviews with people just like me and you who have gone through their own sets of struggles. And today they're creating a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy. And they make money and impact, income and impact. And they do it using their divine gifts. You know what I figured out? We can go to university or not. We can go to trade school or not. We can be self-taught or not. And we all want to make a difference. We all need to make some amount of money. And sometimes we want a tremendous amount. We want to roll in cash. And you know what happens? I used this funny background today because of all these mirrors. I had a piece of art created that had the illusion of a fun house. Because there are so many illusions about how to make an income and how to make an impact. And we've all learned since we were zero about the traditional way of go to school, get a job, create a career, et cetera, et cetera. And there's nothing wrong with that, except the majority of people who have regular jobs are not happy. They're not like, oh, I love this job that I have. I have met a few. But the number is really small compared to the number of people I've met. Now, I don't know about you. Do you love your job? If you do, put a comment. I love my job. I want to know how many people really love the job, and then tell me what the job is. See, it might just be just like I'm a dad. It might be I'm a mom. It might be whatever it is. But tell me if you love your job. Now, Most people don't, and most people have a thought about what they'd like to be doing. I'd rather be. In fact, there used to be t-shirts. I'd rather be, right? I'd rather be surfing, I'd rather be skiing, I'd rather be sleeping, I'd rather be drinking, all kinds of things I'd rather be. And it was sort of reminiscent of the idea that whatever I'm doing, I don't want to be doing this. I'd rather be doing something else. And it was a list of that. Why is life like that? Why aren't you doing right now today what you want? I am. Right now, the only thing I want to do is make this video for you. The only thing I want to do is talk to you. Actually, there's something I'd rather do just a little bit more, and that is talk to you face to face. Now, I had the chance to meet these two spectacular people today. One, like I said, is a product manager, and his specialty was taking new digital products. He worked for Sprint for a while. Now he has his own company, but technology products, and then moving them through development till there were at least 10 million users. That's really impressive. And now he does that with all kinds of companies, help them through startup to get their product out in the market till there's at least 10 million users. At least that's what I thought I understood of what he said. And the other guy, I was amazed. He's a theater manager. And you know what he does? He's also a film producer, and he's ready to produce his first film. Now, those two guys that I met today, brand new, never met them before, today. First time conversations. I was honored to meet them because they are not living they're not living behind barriers. They are creating and producing a life like they want. And both of them are about something new also. The producer told me about 2 scripts he's got for, guess what, the next movies. And this product guy told me about a book he's writing and a product that he's creating. And his wife is a Shakespearean professor. And and then late in the conversation, he tells me, oh yeah, she's got a YouTube channel about 2-minute yoga things. And I was just astounded again about the number of ways that you, right here, right now, express your gifts and talents in the world. Now, here's the thing. If you're living a life today where you're doing things you don't want to do, that can stop. And it can stop today. Yeah, I'm serious. You heard me. It can stop today. And no, I don't mean neglect your responsibilities, run away from those that are depending on you or anything else. The way to do exactly what you want, there are 2 things. There's learn to love what you do, and there is change what you're doing into those things you love. Learning to love what you do is something you can do instantly. I got an email the other day from a coach that asked this question. I get an email from him every day, and it asked this question. It said, if your life right this minute was as good as it gets, if this is all there is, could you learn to love your life right here, right now? And I thought that was a really good question because I thought about it. And at the moment I thought about it, I had a headache. And I had a stuffed up sinus, which I have today. I'm going to go see the doctor in about an hour because this has been bothering me for a couple days on the right side of my face, probably left side for you, but this side of my face, it hurts and has been, right? And I've been steaming myself all morning with essential oils. But I'm going to go see if there's an infection and blah, blah, blah. But even in the midst of that, I read that question and I thought, can I love my life exactly like it is? And the answer is flat out yes, hands down, period, no questions asked. If you can't say that you can love the life you have, what are you doing? Now, today's conversation is about barriers. Well, and I ask in the first line of the comment, what are the barriers to purpose, prosperity, and joy? And I use the big words, right? And then I said, yeah, forget that. What are the barriers to getting through today? Or getting through the next hour with grace? My dad used to say, in grand style. I love that. In grand style. What are those barriers? Well, the truth is there aren't any except the ones that we invent, the ones that we allow to be. So my painful face, headache, and sinus thing, I'm not allowing that to do anything except it made me take an extra nap today. But it's not a barrier to making this video. It's not a barrier to doing what else I want to do. I met those 2 wonderful people and got a chance to connect. I connected them to some other people that I know and made some introductions and all kinds of good stuff. And I get to do that every day. And you know what I'm going to do? When I get done with this, I'm going to go do some music. And I practiced the piano and I did a lot of stuff today and sang and whatever. And a few days ago, I was putting up a music video every day also, besides these, and I stopped a week ago, last Wednesday. Today's Thursday, so 8 days ago, because I got that cold and my throat's been a mess and I haven't been able to sing really well. But I'm going to start putting the music videos back up again. Maybe Saturday, maybe Monday, depends on my cold. But my question for you is, are you living exactly the life you want? Are you creating joy for yourself every day? Are you smiling? Are you happy? Are you loving your life? Now, if you are, please put a comment. Tell me that you are, because I want to meet and talk to more people that are making the difference they want to in the world. That's my road to 50 million. My road to 50 million could be full of barriers, and all they are is opportunities. There are no problems when you're trying to accomplish a goal. There's only projects. Nothing ever goes as planned. So there's always, quote, barriers. Something takes too long. Something costs too much. Something breaks down. Something doesn't work like you think it ought to. Okay, so we are here in this world, in this life, just to have experience and to learn from the experience. And the real key, the point is, what do we become as we go through those experiences? That's it. That is the point. What do we become? Do we get angry? Do we get bitter? Do we get creative? Do we get refined? Do we become more patient? Because the whole purpose of this existence is for us to develop. What we create here, you and I both know, you don't take it with you. I was watching that listening to that Alan Parsons song the other day. You can't take it with you, no matter what you do. And that is just the epitome of truth. Nothing that you do you take with you except relationships. And most of all and foremost is what you have become. Right? There's this old saying about you can't run from your problems because you take yourself wherever you go. Well, that is the truest thing that ever was, right? You never run from your problems because you are the center of all of it. You can change your situation, but if you created it once, whatever the problem is, you will create it again until you change who you are being. So here's my work. My work is to help 50 million people to discover their gifts and to serve with them. That means make an income and an impact. Someone asked me the other day what I do, and I get to ask that all the time. Kellan, what do you, quote, do? Well, I only do one thing. I help motivated visionaries create their dreams. I help motivated people achieve those impossible goals. That's why I've set this goal of 50 million. I'm going to help 50 million people to discover their gifts and to serve with them, create money, create a difference, create income, create impact, and most of all, create a joyful, ultimate life. That's what I'm about. 50 million this year, right? And my year ends October 14th. It was fun because the product guy, he said to me, he said, well, you're 2 months in, so where are you? Are you at 6 million yet? And of course, project manager, right? And I said, well, I'm measuring, downloads and views and of the podcast and all that stuff as best I can, but I don't have all my metrics perfect. But I don't care. I've declared the goal and I'm going to reach it. And when we got done with our conversation, he said the nicest thing to me. He looked at me and he said, you know what? You're going to reach your 50 million. Ah, that just warmed my heart because he felt the truth of commitment. And I loved him even more for it. Now, if you're not living the life you want, change it today. Take a step in that direction right now. You can create impact in the world. The idea that we can't change the world is nonsense. We start by changing ourselves. We start by becoming the change you want to see in the world, like Gandhi said. If you want my help discovering and serving with your gifts, creating income and impact, either or both, reach out. I want to talk. If you're already doing it, I want to know you and honor you. If you want to help me, I need it. Love you, encourage you with all my heart right here, right now. We'll see you tomorrow on the road to 50 million.